What's up everybody, John the Pilot at What Works For Me, so I can find and hopefully help you find what works for you. Today we're going to be talking about this simple little 10-gallon fish tank setup, everything I use to keep it going, how I clean it, the fastest way to do it, and anything I add to it that helps keep the fish healthy. Let's get into it. The fish tank itself is 10 gallons, Aqueon, it's glass. We've got a total of 10 fish in there, 4 Dalmatian mollies, 5 redfin Tetras. Yeah, they're really not camera shy. They love getting in there. And we have 1 beta. He's hiding. We got a yellow snail. I don't know exactly what it's called, but he's real cool. He does a lot of cleaning for us. Let's see if we can find that beta. Generally, he hides in that pot. And he's probably in there right now. I'm sure he'll show up later when we start cleaning. But, oh, there's Molly. Told you they weren't camera shy. And we've got a little 10-gallon Aqueon filter. So, this gravity suction has been absolutely phenomenal in making things so simple. I don't have to move the tank anywhere. It's really easy to put together. There's a in and an out sign, so you know exactly where to hook things up. So I found the in, and that's the bottom. You can see that little plastic cylinder. That's what sucks up the gravel. And then the hand pump connects to the output hose, which I connect directly to the bucket, is what you're about to see right here. So it's super easy. Get a Home Depot bucket. It's the perfect for this job. Because now when you're sucking and you push on that hand pump like what you see what I'm doing right there, it's going to take a little time to get used to. I've actually kind of developed a little system. What I do is I try to stir up the sediment and kind of get the whatever the remains, the fish poop or whatever it is, start getting it to a place where I can see it come through the clear crystal cylinder. Let me zoom in real quick, see if I can show you that. It's a little difficult to see, but it is definitely sucking some sediment out of there, which is like basically fish excrement or whatever kind of waste is left over by the food. And you're gonna see here that the fish really are not bugged by it whatsoever. You can see I'm kind of scraping along the gravel, I'm moving it around as I need to, and I'm also, you can see that cloudy little area in the cylinder. That water is now being sucked up through the tube, through my hand where the pump is, and it's going into the bucket. So not only are you getting rid of fish waste, what you're doing is you're getting a water change as well. And the best thing I love about this is all I have to do is use this hand pump, the Home Depot bucket, and I can take the bucket and dump it outside, then bring water to the tank so I can change it out. And when I change my fish tank water out, I do about 1/4 of a tank per week. I love it. The beta is definitely not scared of the hose whatsoever. Betas are so cool. I love them. Now you may run into an issue where there's too much gravel in that cylinder, and it's just real simple. I just pick it up real quick, release some suction pressure, or sometimes what I do is I bring the whole cylinder out of the surface of the water, and you'll see it all falls right back in. And don't worry about it, the fish will definitely get out of the way. They can swim real fast, don't worry about it. Just don't try to hit them. Another thing that's great is I really don't have to take the fish tank apart. I can kind of guide the hose where I need it to. It's relatively sturdy, so it'll go exactly where I need it. That's another pro about having one of these gravel suction cleaning devices. Make sure you pay attention to your water level. You can see I've only been doing it for a little bit, and I'm really getting down there. All you want to do is change out about 1/4 a week. This Prime stuff is amazing. I added in the fish tank water. It helps get rid of the ammonia that builds up from their waste. Pro tip, poke a little hole in the foil, and you can use that to judge how much you need. I only put a couple drips, which maybe goes up to one of the threads on the cap per my weekly water changes. And then I go ahead and dump it in the current water, so that way it'll get used. It'll mix in with the new water that I put in later. I'm going to leave a link in the description for all this good stuff. Now, stability. This stuff is extremely important for anybody who's starting a new fish tank. You can kill your fish on accident if you do not get it set up with all the bacteria that it needs. This stability stuff is amazing. I add it in whenever I change the water out once a week. Link is going to be in the description. Please make sure you use it. And you can see I did another little teeny hole so I can put drops in there and use one thread in order to make sure I'm adding just enough for the water that I will add. So it adds stability. There's links in the description for both the Stability and the Prime additives for your fish tank. Those are amazing. Now, cleaning up is absolutely the easiest part of all this. So once I'm done with one more little round of gravel suction feeding, I'm going to show you how you just put it all in the bucket, take it outside, dump the water, and forget about it. Now this part will be self-correcting after your first try. Just make sure all the water is completely drained out of the hose before you take it out of the fish tank. You don't want to have a bunch of spillage everywhere. Drop it all in the bucket, carry it to your place of choice. Mine's the front yard generally, and then I just dump it out in the bushes. But before I do that, take out your gravel suction. Find an area where a bunch of plants will benefit from fish poop, and voila! Cleaning this thing's pretty easy. I just take it to my garage sink and I fill the thing up full of water and start pumping clean water through the whole section, and that's it. What kind of water you add to your fish tank, that's going to be up to you. Me personally, I use our reverse osmosis from the sink, and I'll try to get as much as I possibly can. Ooh, that was a nice spillage. I'll try to put as much of it I can in the actual tank and not the floor so my wife won't kill me. But that's what I do. So generally you got the Prime and you got the Stability in there. That should help regardless of what kind of water you use. Reverse osmosis just seems to be the best for my tank. I don't know. I'm not a professional at it. It's always so funny. The mollies come right up to where I pour the water in. I don't know if they think they're being fed, but it's pretty constant for them to show up right where I dump the water. This thing has been very helpful. I'll put a link in the description, and it helps clean both sides of the glass. My son can do it, I can do it, my wife can do it, my mother-in-law can do it. It doesn't hurt the fish whatsoever, and just in case you lose it, like it pops up like I just showed you, it's magnetic and it just goes right back to the side. Super easy, super convenient, and you don't really have to get your hand wet. You can go over there anytime you want and start cleaning the glass whenever you want. Now let's get into cleaning the filter. My particular setup, I have to take off the LED and then the top cover, move that to the side. Oh, I forgot to talk about this Petbank. Oh man, you gotta get this thing if you are ever away from your fish tank. It automatically feeds. I got a link in the description. But you want to expose the filter. So there it is. My filter's simple. It's a 10-gallon filter. Pull off the top. And the next thing I want to do is pull out the charcoal filter and a little mesh screen. And what I do is I bring it over to the sink and start rinsing it out like crazy. Now these charcoal filters can last quite a while. I have to get about a month of usage out of them. What I do is I rinse them really good with the normal water, even though it's filtered in my whole house. And then I like to bring it over to the reverse osmosis to get it nice and primed and ready for when I put it back in the filter. So I pull everything apart. I try to look for any grime, anything that's building up on there that could possibly slow down the water flow. And then I put it back together and reinstall everything like you'll see right here. Oh yeah guys, pro tip, when you're carrying this wet thing through your house, make sure you bring a towel with you so your wife won't give you a bunch of crap. Real simple, you just put it right back in, make sure everything says it's facing front, click on the top of the filter, put on the top of the aquarium, go ahead and grab your lights, put those bad boys on there, and see if the fish are gonna be happy with what you did. Yep, I think they look happy. They're all at the top, not running away, so it looks good. So that was 10 minutes total, and we got everything clean. We cleaned out the fish tank, and yeah, I got 2 live plants in there for my kiddo. We love this thing. I'll leave a link in the description for all the parts and pieces if you want to build one yourself, or if you just want to go down the rabbit hole of getting into this hobby. Well, that about does it for everything that I do to make sure that the 10-gallon fish tank stays nice, clean, and healthy. Hey, if you have any comments, we'll throw them in the link, or if you have any comments, put them down in the description below. If you're a professional fish dude, man, it may help other people. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscriptions are always appreciated. Otherwise, John the Pilot, see ya.